As we delve into the complex journey of the life of Winston Churchill, we will explore the pivotal role he played during the dark days of World War II. More than just a political personality, Churchill's contributions extended far beyond borders and timelines, marking him as one of the standout figures of the 20th century. This exploration will take us through a 15-minute tributary of knowledge and insight, edifying us about his personal life, his phenomenal leadership qualities, his inspiring resilience, and his undying spirit which wove an enduring legacy. Peel back the layers of time and get ready to immerse yourself in the impressive persona of Churchill, a man of many facets and an undeniable stalwart in the annals of history. Let's understand more about why the world today owes so much to his undeniable courage and iron will, the key elements that rode the nations through one of the most tumultuous periods in global history. Birth and early life. Throughout his youth, Churchill's life was indelibly etched with the privilege and politics that typified his familial aristocracy. His birthplace, the magnificent Blenheim Palace, was not only a reflection of his aristocratic status, but also served as a metonym for the historic lineage he was set to carry forth. This unique combination of surroundings and upbringing played an instrumental role in shaping his worldview during his formative years. His eminent father, Lord Randolph Churchill, was a major influence, imbuing young Winston with an intimate understanding of the labyrinthine political sphere. Correspondingly, his American mother, Jenny Churchill, a woman exuding charisma and intelligence, became instrumental in cultivating his multifarious interests. Young Winston was frequently spotted within the opulent splendor of the palace, a historical tome always at hand, constantly wavering between delving into the annals of history and his own ambitions to sculpt it. The environment he immersed himself in was a hotbed of political discourse, opulent gatherings, and intellectual exploration, all of these elements working in tandem to forge a tenacious spirit and a transformative personality that would, without a doubt, leave an unerasable imprint on the canvas of British history. Education and early career. The influence of academic pursuits in shaping Winston Churchill's life is evident, forming a solid foundation that went on to sculpt an exceptional political career. His academic journey embarked at the prestigious Harrow School, a respected independent boarding school nestled in the heart of London. This is where the germination of his unyielding commitment and indomitable nature took place. Churchill found himself increasingly drawn towards the study of English, ultimately developing a discernible flair, especially for rhetoric, an art that would later be remembered as his political trademark. His academic pursuit then led him to the gates of the Royal Military College, an institution that contributed significantly to refining his strategic acumen and leadership talent. These skills he cultivated were vital assets that served him faithfully throughout his illustrious military career. Despite the significant milestones he achieved, his political voyage truly heralded its beginning in August 1940. Within the vibrant hustle and historical significance of Westminster, the famed address of 10 Downing Street witnessed Churchill stride forward purposefully as Prime Minister. This illustrious position acted as a launchpad for his political career, igniting a trail of leadership that wielded influential power in shaping not only the United Kingdom's history, but the course of the entire world. Churchill's ascent from a schoolboy to the pinnacle of leadership underlines how key milestones and pivotal experiences were instrumental in charting the course of his life. The Churchill family and personal life. The intertwining of Churchill's personal and political life encapsulates the essence of a man whose life straddled the liminal space between global politics and familial intimacy. A man of renown, Churchill's navigation of the world stage was supported by his strong familial anchoring, relationships that were far more than just kinship, but informed prisms through which he interpreted and interacted with the world. His wife, Clementine, was much more than just his life partner. She was a harbor in a raging storm and a sounding board for his bold and oftentimes controversial ideas. Their bond was not confined within the walls of their hearth. On the contrary, it extended beyond, subtly shaping his political maneuvers and strategies. In the same vein, his children, Diana, Randolph, Sarah, and Mary, with their diverse careers, unfolded numerous viewpoints for Churchill to consider in his political judgments. Even Marigold, who departed from life too early, left an indelible mark that evidently added another level to Churchill's emotional complexity. A deeper dive into his life through this intensely personal lens uncovers a multi-dimensional figure who, while known to the world for his political acumen and leadership, was equally a dedicated family man at heart. The seamless blending of his personal and political lives showcases the compelling power of personal relationships in crafting a public persona. In effect, his life illuminates the symbiotic relationship between an individual's private and public lives, highlighting the dual aspects of one's existence that perpetually interact with and influence each other in profound and subtle ways. The leader. During WW2, Churchill's legacy extends beyond the war years, influencing the shaping of the modern world as a staunch advocate of cooperation and coexistence. His instrumental role in the formation of the United Nations and advocacy for the special relationship between the United States and the United Kingdom underpinned his vision of a united front of nations to resist the spread of despotism. This foresight laid the foundations of what would later become critical alliances like NATO. Moreover, his warnings about the Iron Curtain and the rise of the Soviet Union in his Sinews of Peace address presaged the Cold War. At home, his impact was equally significant. He inspired reforms and reconstruction after the ravages of war, understanding that to preserve peace, one must prepare for prosperity. Churchill's influence, sustained by his impassioned narratives and unassailable willpower, ultimately marked him as a leader not just for a nation in its direst need, but also as a guiding force in the quest for global concord and stability in the aftermath of worldwide conflict. Churchill's visionary thought process was far from confined to geopolitical stratagem alone. Recognizing the inherent challenges in reconciling the diverse interests of various nations, he staunchly promoted a culture of democratic consensus building and dialogue. His belief in the power of negotiation, combined with a principled stance against the forces of tyranny, offered an alternative path that circumvented violence and confrontation. This ethos is still reflected in the modus operandi of international diplomacy today. Furthermore, Churchill's eloquence as a seasoned statesman and orator was another key facet of his remarkable legacy. His speeches, replete with stirring rhetoric and stark realism, have stayed etched in public memory, standing as testaments of his leadership through momentous historical events. They served not only as motivational tools during Britain's times of crisis, but also as a means to shape public opinion and steer policy direction on a national as well as global level. In his domestic political realm, too, Churchill's contributions were profound. He prioritized social welfare measures, understanding that a country's resilience was integral to its sustained progress. His role in advancing key reforms in housing, healthcare, and education underlined his commitment towards improving the quality of life for ordinary citizens, reminding us that national strength is inherently linked with the well-being of its people. As we reflect on Churchill's multifaceted legacy, we discern a man who embodied the spirit of his time, yet remained ahead of it. His firm conviction, unwavering resilience, and unparalleled leadership not only shaped the destiny of a nation, but also charted the course of world history. Today, as we navigate the complexities of the contemporary world, the principles he espoused still hold profound relevance, underlining Churchill's abiding influence on global governance and diplomacy. The honors and legacy. Venturing into the life of Winston Churchill beyond his famed WW2 chronicles, we encounter a determined spirit that managed to reclaim his position as the Prime Minister in 1951, notwithstanding the initial loss of authority. This unyielding determination showcased his undying capability to rebound from hardships, reinforcing his standing as a cornerstone in the grand architecture of history. Churchill, nonetheless, was not just a political juggernaut. His existence was a rich tapestry of diverse talents, manifested not only in politics but also in the arts. Blessed with the gifts of writing and painting, Churchill embodied a breadth and depth of creativity, signaling his multifaceted personality. This versatility earned him the Distinguished Nobel Prize for Literature in 1953. An exploration of his far-reaching contributions to socio-political scenarios and the art world, along with engrossing accounts from his dynamic life, offers us fresh insights into Churchill's life and influence. This exploration is further enriched by visuals that feature mesmerizing images of his artwork, excerpts from his captivating writings, and glimpses of his later years, inviting us on a rewarding journey to comprehend the life and legacy of one of history's colossal figures from a unique viewpoint. Embark on an exciting adventure by pressing the subscribe button and explore the wonders that await. Discover the hidden gems and join us on this incredible voyage. Don't forget to like, share, and undoubtedly subscribe. We appreciate you tuning in, and let's journey through this historical wave side by side.